Coach ASK here. How was your weekend? That's great. Are you ready to get started with today's show? Yes? Good. Let's get started. So it's good to be back after some weekend rehabilitation. You see, the latter half of last week was all about severe pain. The sports betting gods were all over our ass, and we went down in spectacular fashion into the weekend. It wasn't about until Saturday lunchtime that we started to feel a little better, and 2 points here. One, when we say we mean me, and two, I'm guessing a lot of that feeling better on Saturday around lunchtime had something to do with the heavy drinking that was going on. But there was no sports betting over the weekend, and it was all about discipline and restraint and trying to get the sports betting gods off our ass. So it's Monday and we're back, and we think we may have lost the sports betting gods' interest. So we're feeling good about today's play. Now, before we get to today's pick, we want to announce a new initiative here at SportX TV. It's called the SportX TV Die for Die initiative. As many of you know, we do a Bad Beats Corner feature on a daily basis where we spotlight the most painful losses from the previous day. But we want to hear from you. So the next time your bet is coming down to the wire, hit the record button on your phone, make sure you have it in landscape, that's sideways, and watch the game play out. If that game ends in a terrible loss, we want to see all of that awful emotion. We want to see that pain and suffering. Don't hold back. Then just send that video over to sportxjoel@gmail.com, and if it's good, not only will we feature it on the show, but we will pay you $100 for your effort. That's like $100, people. So now, when you lose a bet, SportX TV wants to pay you for it. Think of this as a wonderful therapy for your loss where you also get paid. SportX has bet mining in which it rewards you for your winning bets. SportX TV is introducing Bad Beats mining, where your video submissions will be eligible for $100 in prize money. We're excited to see what you've got. All right, let's get on with it and get going with today's college hoops pick. For today, we love taking Syracuse as a 2-point dog at home against North Carolina. Here's why. 1. Let's call this historical flip-flop. If we look at the matchup history between these two sides, as far as covering the spread goes, it's been a back-and-forth fest going back many years. And the last matchup had North Carolina coming out on top, which means it's Syracuse's turn to cover the spread today. This may sound crazy, but this is what the trend has been, and who are we to go against that? 2. Let's call this against the obvious. This play is screaming out to take UNC as a 2-point favorite. Syracuse isn't all that good, and UNC has been playing better ball ahead of the conference and NCAA tournament. UNC is just the more storied program. So how can they lose this thing? That 2-point spread seems like a steal. And we think that North Carolina is just so awesome and so sweet here that we have to hate it and go with Syracuse. Bottom line, we absolutely love North Carolina here and hate taking Syracuse, which is why we are all over Syracuse at home as a 2-point dog. And 3, head-to-head. Syracuse put up a good fight against North Carolina in Chapel Hill earlier this year, and so we think they should be wanting to get their revenge tonight on their home floor. Oh, and by the way, Syracuse is 11-1 at home this year. That's a pretty impressive home record, people. And we should also add that North Carolina is just 3-6 on the road. So there you have it, people. This game is screaming out to take North Carolina, and that's why we're all over Syracuse as a 2-point dog at home. That's all for today's show. Godspeed and good luck.